My name is Bryce Eberhard, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys about the basics of soccer. As commonly known, soccer is the most popular sport in the world, and I personally enjoy it, and I thought I'd make this speech to help you guys understand and follow soccer better. So here I've drawn a diagram of a basic soccer field, which we have 2 goals, 4 corners, dividing center line in a center circle. These dotted lines are not actually part of the field, but I have put them here for teaching purposes. So I'm going to first explain what these boxes mean. So we have 2 boxes. We have a 6-yard box, which is the inner box, and we also have an outer box, which is called the 18-yard box. This box is the area where a goalkeeper can use his hands. This is very important. In soccer, players cannot use their hands to touch the ball. Only the goalkeeper can inside this 18-yard box. The 6-yard box here is to help the goalkeeper know his positioning better so he can have a better chance of blocking the ball. The next people we have are our defenders. Our defender's main responsibility is to protect our goalkeeper and to defend from any incoming attacks, which is very self-explanatory because they're defenders. Next are our midfielders. Our midfielders play defensively and offensively depending on where the ball is on the field. But typically you'll see your midfielders playing in the neutral part of the field. And then lastly we have our attackers or forwards, which their main responsibility is to score goals. You rarely or never see them play defensively. If a forward does play defensively, one will drop back into the neutral back end of the field and one will stay up at the half line. Now I'm going to go on and explain what the 4 corners are for. So in soccer, if your own team kicks the ball out on this end of the half, so your team has to hit the ball out here, they get a corner kick, which means they have to kick the ball from the corner. If you kick the ball out on the edges, it is a throw-in. The difference between a throw-in and a corner kick is a throw-in, the player has to throw the ball over their head. This is the only other exception in the game when a player can use his hands. If it goes out on the corners, like I said, they have to place the ball inside this little piece and they have to kick it in. The next part I'm going to explain is what each of these symbols mean. So each symbol represents a third of the field. I just put 2 ends because there's a center divider and I didn't want there to be any confusion. But this is one section, this is one section, and this is one section. We have our defensive third, our neutral third, and our offensive third. It's kind of like green light, yellow light, and red light. If the ball is in our defensive third, then that means we are going to have to take a very defensive position. If it's in the neutral, that means we can take a very neutral position, which like we have right now. And if we're in our offensive third, we take an offensive and aggressive stance. This is why most times people get confused on how to follow certain players, is because this formation doesn't always stay like this. It changes. And I'm going to show you some examples. Here we have, I'll flip it this way. We have our offensive formation. So our goalkeeper's here. We have our 4 defenders. We have our 4 midfielders, and we have our 2 forwards. So you can see it's a very aggressive formation because the ball is right here in our offensive third. Our neutral game, where the ball is right here, we have our 4 defenders, our 4 midfielders. This is a midfielder, and we have a 2 forwards. As you can see, our forwards are always going to be in an offensive position unless the ball is in our defensive third. And last, we have our defensive position. It also looks like a U. We have our 4 defenders, our 4 midfielders, and our 2 forwards. I hope this was helpful. Thank you.